to the channel. I just want to come in here with a quick message. I'm seeing confirmation of things that I've discussed in my previous content. One of the things that come to mind is switching up your energy. I'm going to put the link in the comment section, and when I post the video on my community tab, I'll put the link up there as well. There's a link to a video that I did about a month ago, called How to Switch Up Your Energy. And in that video, I spoke about if you have monitoring spirits like evil eyeing you, you have people sending you negative telepathy, you have people that's trying to get in your energy. Maybe people might be doing unauthorized spiritual inquiries. Maybe people might be wishing bad on you. Maybe people might be using your storyline for readings and trying to twist your story and retwist your narrative and all these things or whatever. So how to get these people out of your energy. Okay, so one of the things I discussed in there is when that is taking place, to use spontaneity. Okay, I mentioned it in another video that I had after that one. I think probably like in a recent reading. Okay, but in that video, how to switch up your energy was simply I was talking about doing the things that you love, creative. Like for all of my dope creatives out there, not the fake ones, not the ones that like stealing other people's fucking creations, but for those who are true creators, like how does it feel when you create something? How do you feel? Think about how do you feel when you create something that you worked hard on, and you went through all the research, you did all the footwork, and it turned out to be a beautiful project. Think about the completion. How would you feel when you complete a creative project, a passion project? So creating, right? So a way to switch up your energy and get people up out of your energy for whatever reason is to create. Do the things that you love to do. If you love to create, do that, right? So you create things. I was talking about switching up your energy through music, through sound therapy, through music, things like that, right? You can switch up your energy just by doing that. So music magic, um, affirmation music, okay, binaural beats, that kind of thing, right? Frequencies, right? Okay, that's a way to switch up your energy. Also, being spontaneous, uh, dancing, singing, doing things that make you happy. Now, I'm gonna let you guys listen to a TikTok of a guy who's saying exactly what I meant. Okay, this guy, he said exactly what I meant. Because it's really important. And these are things that I do. These are things that I do often. I do the things that I like to do. You know, I'll cook, I'll watch a documentary, I'll watch a movie, something that inspires me, something that lifts up my spirit. I may, watch old movies or current up to date movies, maybe document, things like that. Being spontaneous, going out and seeing people. I go to certain events. I like to go to festivals. I like to go to cultural festivals. I like to. Just recently, I went to a house music festival earlier. House music party, rooftop party. That was fun. Make sure y'all check out that video. And then also I did. I went to a Jersey Club event in February in downtown LA, and that shit was cool. So just doing simple things like that, taking good care of yourself, making sure that you stick with the thing with your spiritual maintenance routine and everything to do with that. That's how you get your energy up out of there. If you feel the urgency to sing, you feel the urgency to dance, you're gonna do that. Like when I'm in my house, I walk around, I sing and I dance. Like you know what I'm saying. If I feel like somebody's in my energy and I can feel someone trying to read on me, throw cards on me, I'll put on some cultural music and I'll fucking dance for my ancestors. I will literally dance and I will shake that fucking energy off. You know what I'm saying? So you could do it through that way. You could do it through just by being spontaneous, just because that puts you in a higher timeline. That puts you in a different timeline. Go out and do something daring. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put the link up to that video that I had posted about a month ago about how to switch up your energy. And I think it was a reading. I'll put it up on my community tab, but it was like a reading about like how to get people out your energy using spontaneity, using gratitude. The things that the people that are trying to get in your energy, they don't have those things. They're not spontaneous. They're unable to. They can't create anything. That's why they're watching you and doing what they're doing, trying to impose on you, trying to switch all the negative energy and the shit that they're holding, all the shit they refuse to work on. They're trying to project that onto you and trying to make you the object of their disdain. So what you do is just simply put yourself on a higher timeline, a higher frequency through music, like I said, through singing, through dancing, through creating, because that's when I feel the best. That's when I feel great. I feel great when I am creating. You know what I'm saying? I feel great when I'm listening to good music and having a nice little a bubble bath and having a nice little blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel good just doing those things, and that's, I guess you could say, that's part of like being like mindfulness. That's another thing that you could do, is practicing mindfulness in everything that you do. Mindful living. Period. Yesterday I posted a video about how to practice mindfulness in your everyday activities, all of your daily activities. Okay, so um, so practicing mindfulness, just like in the video that I posted yesterday, mindfulness, you could be mindful while you're taking a bath, while you're brushing your teeth. You could be mindful. You can speak affirmations while you're doing those things. You could be mindful while you're cooking, focusing on each ingredient, things like that. Maybe even cooking a meal that's nostalgic to you, a meal that maybe your grandma made you, or your auntie made you, or your favorite uncle made you, a meal that you made for your family one day, something that induces really good memories and good nostalgia. You can use that to your advantage. Nourishing your inner child as well. Sometimes I like to watch movies I used to watch when I was younger, and I watch it from like an adult, from like a grown sense. I watch it with a different pair of eyes, basically, and it'll teach me something that I did not know. I'll watch like maybe like a childhood show or a show that I watched maybe about 10, 15 years ago, maybe even older than that, and I'll pick up on messages just from that, and I'll be like, wow, they was trying to tell me a long time ago, da da da. So there are certain things that you can do to switch up your energy, and these are some of the things that I'm able to do. You go out and live the life that these people try to read about, or when they trying to read on you, these people aren't really living their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just doing bulletin board type of readings and trying to inquire about your life and trying to twist up the narrative of your life and use it as a storyline, because they don't see you. You know what I mean? They don't have a soul, so they don't see you as having one either. So these are just some of the things that I was discussing in my previous content. And this what you call this YouTuber? No, it's not a YouTuber. This is a TikToker who's pretty much going to confirm what I said or whatever. And I appreciated this because I was exactly, that's exactly what I've been saying, and I'm glad that I'm hearing it from someone else. I'm glad I'm hearing it because it makes so much sense. And I can, like I said, when you're a highly sensitive person at HSP, if if you have a very like if you have like a very like sensitive, like a very like heightened intuition or whatever like that, whatever, you can literally feel when people are trying to tug at your energy or trying to pull, but they're unable to have to achieve that. And one of the things that they'll do, people that are infested with entities, what they'll do when they can't get to you, let's say you're doing all these things that I mentioned, you will feel them trying to tug at you, but you're like, I'm not gonna let you fuck this up. This is a good feeling. I'm not gonna let you kill my vibe, type shit. What they'll do is they'll mention the things that you're doing, and they're only mentioning it because it bothers them. Whatever that you're doing to protect yourself from them, they will demonize it. They will mention it. So pay attention to what people say, because when they mention that stuff, when they mention, oh, you doing this, you doing that, oh, you up there listening to music. Oh, look at that, she over there at the beach. I can do that too. Look at that, she over there doing that, and look at him, he over there doing that. Right? When they start doing that shit, that's because they're bothered, because you're moving further the fuck away from them. You're moving further away from them. You're paying attention to what's in front of you. You're not worried about what the fuck anybody else is doing. So you're moving further and further away from their energy, further and further away, and they don't like that. I pay attention to what people say, right? Well, people that oppose me, I pay attention to what they say. And I notice that when I remove my energy away from them, when I use spontaneity and gratitude, and I heal, and I actually heal from the things that they feel I resonate with them, whatever that I had in common with them, basically, when I remove that trauma and I heal from the trauma they refuse to heal from, I heal the fuck away from them. And I can feel them trying to grasp and try to pull me back into it. No, I don't feel the way how you feel anymore. Whatever we had in common, whatever past traumas and whatever the fuck that we had in common, we don't fucking have that in common. I just showed you how to do it. They don't pay attention to you, to showing you how to do it. They rather sit back and repeat what you say, because it's easier to just do that than to actually live it out. So you're gonna live out the life that they keep fake bragging on in their readings. That's what you do. That's how you do it. That's how you move. They read about it, you live about it. Simple as that. They read about it. I don't know about no Roblox. I don't know about that, sweetheart. I don't know about no Roblox. Hi, Kendra Johnson. Oh, I know somebody named Kendra Johnson. I knew a white girl named Kendra Johnson. Yep, she was white, 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 white. I think her family used to travel. I think her parents was kind of like those hippie white people that, very cultured and well traveled. But I knew a white girl named Kendra Johnson. Show did. Anyways, let me go ahead and have you guys listen to the video because this is just another reiteration and confirmation of what I said earlier. So shout out to this guy, this young man. Let me see here. I don't. This is a TikTok video, but it does not show this guy's name, unfortunately. So, damn. Okay, I'll put the link to the video that I got it from in my description so that you guys can watch it. It's a TikTok compilation video on monitoring spirits. Okay, so the name of this guy's video on TikTok is "How to Confuse Monitoring Spirits." Now check out what he said, and I'll put a link to my video about how to switch up your energy. This is very, very helpful, and I want to share with everybody. This is very helpful if you have to constantly deal with people being in and out of your energy like a fucking quickie mart. There's certain things that you have to do. Okay, if somebody's sending you negative telepathy, you can roast them mentally. I roast people telepathically all the fucking time. If I feel like they're trying to get in my energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty obvious. Those who are highly sensitive, peoples that can pick up on things. Those of us who are psychic satellite dishes, we can pick up when people are. I can pick up on the fact that if I'm not posting certain stuff, people that are dependent on my content to fill their platform, they're gonna get annoyed with me. Like, bitch, how come you ain't posting this type shit? How come you ain't posting the shit I want to steal? Because I know what the fuck you're trying to do, dumbass. Like, I know what you're trying to do. So, sometimes you have to do things like that. Sometimes you have to like switch up how you do your social media. If you know you got monitoring spirits and spiritual copycats, people that have very parasitic energy that are all up on your socials and stuff like that, and these people will literally watch your stuff and use your shit as a motherfucking reading. So how you switch that fucking energy up is doing exactly what I said earlier in this reading, living out what the fuck they're reading, the positive shit, the shit that they keep reading on, that wishful thinking shit, that loopy shit that is never gonna be their fucking life. You live that shit because they not gonna live their life. They want to live yours. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, hello, hello. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this video right here, and this is gonna be helpful to all people who are dealing with any type of parasites in their energy. I hope that this will help you as it's helped me. Okay, let's start.
Confuse the enemy. Every time you're walking in your greatness, this is you. You're just vibing, you're doing your thing, you're living your life, you're living out your dreams. You are doing things that no one's done before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Typically, when you're like this, you will have motherfuckers like this, ops, enemies, monitoring spirits, and what they do is they try to keep you in a negative space. They want to keep you in a position where
Mm-hmm.
they can predict what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to confuse your op,
That means using. That's why I say using spontaneity. That's why you have to be unpredictable because they want to copy off of you, so they want to see what your moves are, this and that. So once you become predictable, that's dangerous. You don't want to be predictable. You want to be unpredictable, right? Okay.
I'm going to share with you some things. Never tell them the move you're going to make. The next move you make, don't tell them. Don't tell anyone. Be bold and unpredictable. What do I mean
Something
by
that they
being
can't do.
Don't be so easy to figure out. Don't let everybody know what you're doing. Just be an enigma. Do things that are weird,
Exactly.
random, because they're banking on you
Be
doing
enigmatic.
the same thing all the time. And this is what I'm saying too. When you stop giving a fuck and you just live authentically and you do the things that you want to do, what
Exactly.
this does is it catapults you into the timeline that you want. The quickest way you can do that is by stop caring about what people think about you, and you just be bold and just do shit that you've never done before. That is going
Mm-hmm.
to be something that will help you see quick growth, exponential growth. You'll see that. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, do things that scare the shit out of you. Why
Uh-huh.
is this
You
important?
hear
Why
that?
is it important
Uh-huh.
to do things that scare the shit out of you?
Uh-huh. That's
What
what you
this
do.
does is you are stretching your capacity, you are expanding that. This is good for our brains, but also it's good for us because this again helps us learn. We acquire skills, we acquire knowledge, and
And
then
it just might put you right where you need to be in your life, right? It might put you right where you need to be, and it will put you in a position to claim your spiritual inheritance, something that they've been attacking you for and watching you for. So when you do something spontaneous, it may put you in that position where you right where you fucking need to be, and somebody's gonna be there to pull all the strings, and your network's gonna be built. Like you do something outrageous one day, and you end up getting the attention of someone that's gonna put you in a different position. That makes sense? Okay.
we can go
And you
even
moving
further
further
a
away from
lot
them,
quicker.
further away
So
from
do
them as
things
you
that
do it.
scare you. For example, I used to not want to post on social media all the time. I used to get really in my head about it. And because of that, I stopped making myself visible for a long time. So to challenge that, I just said fuck it and I just started posting random shit. You just gotta go out there, do the shit that scares you, be courageous. You know, when you start doing this, they can't copy that because when you're doing these things, you're coming from a place of authenticity. And that's the problem with the ops. They're not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
If they were, they wouldn't be trying to see what you're doing. They wouldn't be so
Uh-huh.
damn
There
worried
you go.
about you.
Uh-huh.
So do these
Right.
things. Be bold, be unpredictable, do things that scare the shit out of you because they will never be able to do that.
They read
The
about
last
it,
most
you live it
important
out.
thing is to ensure that you have fun and that you don't take yourself too seriously. When you're not taking life too serious and you're having fun, it sends out a ripple. You'll connect with the people that are meant for you
And
when
it
you
sets
just
an
have a good
example.
time and you're talking
Sometimes you
about
gotta
things that
set
you
an
want.
example
Like,
for
I
the
love
ops. You
talking
gotta
about
set an
shit like
example
this
for them.
stuff. So
Cause they too
I'm
stupid to
just
figure
going to
it out.
talk about it. I'm going to share what I know with people. But when you have fun and you don't take things too serious, it's kind of funny because like they taking it too serious.
Yeah.
They're studying you all the time. And if you're just having fun and you're just doing shit, clearly they don't know what that's like. I mean, look at their face. They don't know what that's like. Have fun. Just have a good time, you know? Do your thing. When you start implementing this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to new heights, okay? And then you're up here. You're not where you were before whenever you do these things. And another
This is why when things start going good in your life and you're living your life authentically and freely, this is why these people will spin the block on you to try to push you, I mean, regress you back into undesirable timelines. This is how they do it. They see that you're too happy. They feel that you're too happy. They can't get in your energy. Then they'll start to speak to your energy. Try to speak to your energy about publicly towards other people because they're unable to get to you. Okay, and how you can tell that people are unable, like I said, they'll mention the things that you're doing to have fun. They'll criticize the things that you're doing that's keeping you thriving. Why? Because it fucking bothers them. Because you're moving further the fuck away from them, further and further away. Instead of them saying, "Hey, maybe I need to start tuning into myself. Maybe I need to start, working on the shit that I need to work on." Instead of worrying about being a fucking spiritual guru on bloody fucking YouTube. Instead of work, you know what I mean? There's lots of work to be done. People are so used to just repeating shit, they're not actually living the life, or you know what I mean? They're not living the shit they read about. They're just repeating what some other motherfucker that said that. You feel me? They're just repeating what somebody else said. They're not living it. They don't believe in what they're saying. They're not living what they're saying. So it's just repeating it. So it's an empty message coming from an empty fucking vessel. Just empty. You feel me? When you live your life authentically and freely, they can't mimic that. They can't even begin to think how the fuck that even feels. They don't know how it feels. So they're looking at you so they can know what it feels like. They want to know what ascension feel like. They want to know what healing feel like. They'll never know what the fuck it feels like. But you have to show them the way without showing them, right? Okay.
the reason why you should follow through with this is because when you start doing these things that you've never done before, you start being unpredictable, being ungovernable, just being a rebel, doing whatever the fuck you want. What you do when you do this
They
is
also
you set
discourage
yourself
rebellion
up in
too.
a new
They discourage
position
that too.
of
Hmm.
authority. And in that position, you have a lot of
They don't
leverage
like
being
forward
here
thinking at all.
because the ops, they only know what to do when you're down here, when you're in the same place. They don't know how to
Exactly.
get you when you're in a different position.
Yep.
So this is why I believe enemies, they're not so bad, because when
Mm-hmm.
you have them, that means this is going to force you to level up. That means it's time to move. It's time to do something different that's going to put you in a different place in your life, where you can receive new blessings in your life. You can receive new opportunities that they can't get access to. They're not going to be bold. They're not going to do things that scare them. They're not going to, they're not having fun, you know? So when you do these things, that is going to set you in a better position where nobody can even touch you up there. Okay? So do this to confuse the enemy. Okay. When the enemy sends somebody to monitor you, he don't send strangers. He sends.
So ain't that the truth? So yeah, when I heard that, I was like, cool, exactly. And I like that because it let me know that I'm doing the right thing. I know that I'm doing the right things because it's I'm seeing people that have been doing the most of my energy. I'm hearing how weak they sound, how weak they look, and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I could tell that I'm doing the right thing. So of course, a person that wants to continue to feed off of you, they're gonna try to pull you back. They're gonna try to aggress you back. They're gonna try to mention certain things that you're doing to get away from them. That's because these people, they don't know how to create, first of all, and they don't know how to entertain themselves. They don't know how to nurse themselves. They don't know how to do any of these things. They'll speak about it and regurgitate it, but they don't even know the steps on how to really do that shit. So they're hoping that through opposing you and following after you, that they'll learn. But even after a person copy after you, they still don't fucking learn. They still don't learn. They just can't. Like they just can't. Um, let's listen to this one. I didn't want to be on here for too long, but I just wanted to reiterate that. But let's listen to this part of the video right here.
Somebody who's very close to you. A monitoring spirit show up as, "Hey girl, what's tea today?" A monitoring spirit show up in the form of a family member who just wants to simply know what you're doing on social media. But God is so good. When the enemy send monitoring spirits, God begins to strengthen your discernment. So that feeling
Oh,
that
I
you
see
get
that,
inside
though,
of your belly
baby.
to shut your mouth, that is God telling you. The instant need to just shut your mouth and just exit the room, that's God telling you. You're getting too comfortable. Monitoring spirits come to delay you, they come to keep you stagnated, and they're not truly rooting for you. Anyone battling a monitoring spirit, they also battle a seven deadly sin, which is envy. When somebody is battling envy, their spirit is literally sent to kill you. Literally. I'm talking about deafen you in the spirit, blind you in the spirit. That is sent to cause you to not progress in life at all. And you might know who it is.
It's another one I want y'all to listen to. Hold on, wait. This one nigga, he was saying, hold on, not this one. Hold on, wait, hold on. Is it this one? Oh, I think it was the guy before this video.
The monitoring your family is that one or two who stare at you at the family picnic or reunion. Don't really say much to you except hello, and then they're going about their business. They don't want to be bothered with you, which is funny because they're monitoring you, but they act like they don't want to be bothered with you. That's a family monitor right
Oh
there.
yeah, on the personal
Because
shit.
they're
Yeah.
paying so much attention to you, but they're acting like they're not, so that you don't catch on. That they're monitoring you and trying to keep you down in as many ways as they can. They are mumbling under their breaths about you. They are trying to convince other family members that you think you're better than the rest of the family. That's a monitoring spirit that does that to you. They're trying to see
And the
if.
family friends be doing that shit too. You know the ones that's been families for so long. They be like, oh that for she your cousin. You know what I'm saying? They be long time family friends and shit like that. They be the main ones be keeping shit up. Okay,
Family
main
influence
ones.
can stop you from achieving.
Because some of us are so close to our families that if our
I had to learn the hard way why you can't share too much information with some people, because I recently met someone who seemed genuinely interested in my life and they were just a monitoring spirit. They kept asking me questions about what I do, who I hang with, my future plans, and without realizing it, I shared a lot of details with them. But I did not see what was happening until later. This person was not just being friendly. They were a monitoring spirit in disguise, and before I knew it, they used all the information that I shared with them against me. Thankfully, it wasn't anything that I was ashamed of, but it opened my eyes that some people don't ask questions out of support or curiosity. They ask because
To
they want
confirm and
control and
report.
access to you. They want to know just enough to sabotage your progress. They'll ask you a lot of questions about
Right.
you, but they'll never want to share any information about themselves. This is why I stopped oversharing with people. People don't want to see you win, and they'll use the information that you share with them to make sure that you don't win. Moving in silence is the best form of protection. Be mindful of who you open up to, because not everyone who's listening is cheering you on.
There is nothing wrong if your friend wants to know what is going on in your life, if they mean you well. But with most monitoring spirits, they are not digging for information because they mean you well. They are digging for death. A lot of these people want to know what's going on in your life, and when you don't tell them, it becomes a problem. These people hate when they cannot have some kind of information about you. And they are so obsessed with your life that they will go to any extent to find out information about you or dig up information about you, even if they have to go to your enemies. They will go to any extent to dig up information about you, to know what is going on in your life. You will really be shocked and surprised with the people who are obsessed about what is going on in your life. You think people are not.
And these readers will do the same fucking thing, okay? The same fucking thing. So make sure you have your leverage, because I know I got mines. Make sure you have your motherfucking leverage just in case the motherfucker even think about doing that shit. You got some shit for the ass too. Hello? Hello? Hey.
Because they don't comment on your stuff, because they don't say anything, because they act like they are not noticing you. They are watching. The people who are monitoring you, they know where you are present. This is what I want you to understand. The people who never support you, who never share anything, who never like anything. You see those people on your social media, most of them have created fake accounts. They never share anything, they never like anything, but they are monitoring everything that you do. You'll be shocked. People will expose themselves. People will.
Oh yeah, because I remember when I what was this last one? No, this is just a few weeks ago. Oh, like maybe about a few weeks ago. I posted on Facebook, and I hardly be on there. It's my personal Facebook. Girl, it was like 15 to 20 people watching my stories, and I was like, I didn't even know you was still on here. I didn't know you had a Facebook. I didn't know you was still on here. I thought your ass didn't like me. What the fuck are you doing here? Like, type shit. I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let's listen to a little story time. Okay, so this one's another one I wanted to see. The karmic of destiny swappers. So let's listen to that. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of that here with you guys and give you my real time thoughts. Okay.
You really have to analyze the people around you, because destiny swapping is real. I am back with another spooky story.
Oh, I like her. This girl right here. I like her. Journeys with Rebecca. I like her story times. Yeah. Shout out to the Haitian community. Shout out to them. Cause I know they just had the Haitian Flag Day. I be watching that boy Lens. I watch All Things Jenny. So I definitely be keeping my eye out for fellow like Caribbean American content creators. So shout out to y'all.
Call the person who submitted the story, Lala. Well, Lala says that she's submitting the story because she doesn't think what happened.
It's gonna be a quick little story time, and then I'm gonna get up off here. I don't think I'll be on here that too long. Okay. This is what you call it? The Karma of Destiny Swappers on here. This is the same channel.
Actually an accident. So this started months prior. Lala had a cousin and they were very close. They were both around the same age and they grew up together. They were very close, but at some point the cousin started acting different. The cousin became more interested in Lala's life out of nowhere. Cousin wanted to know everything. Where she was going, who she was talking to, what she was working on. Lala says at first it felt like support from her cousin.
No, what?
Then it started to feel monitory. So cousin started following all of Lala's friends on social media. Then Lala's friends started hanging out with her cousin without her, and people would tell Lala things like, I thought you already knew. Your cousin said, even if Lala hadn't told her anything. Slowly but surely, Lala starts to feel like she's being pushed out of her own life. Opportunities that Lala felt were supposed to be hers were going to her cousin instead. Her cousin even started doing Lala's line of work. And Lala said that she noticed certain things like when she'd mention something that she's excited about, an event, a meeting, a creative project. Somehow the cousin would always be there before her. People would say,
Oh, damn.
your cousin already came by, or we spoke to your cousin
Oh, she
earlier.
must have posted about it. Oh shit, she must have posted about it. That bitch all up on her social media. She must have posted about it. She must have followed the same people that she followed. Whatever event, she must have followed the venue on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. Knew what the events were. Knew that she was gonna be there. That's why, just like that guy said before, you can't be too predictable. Don't post everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
One time, someone congratulated her cousin for something that she applied for. When Lala asked her cousin about it, her cousin laughed it off like, haha, we're basically the same person anyway. That sentence really stuck with her. Cousin started dressing like her, wearing her style, copying the way she talked, even her phrases, got to the point where people began confusing them in public. Whole time, Lala is brushing it off because
when people confuse you for somebody else, that's already bad. Especially when they keep mentioning, oh yeah, we like the same, people, we think the same. Nah, nah. If it's truly the same, then it's truly the same. But you could tell it just don't feel right. You can feel it in the pit of your stomach. You know what I'm saying? That gut feeling from your solar plexus.
loves her cousin, and she's thinking that maybe she's just overthinking. Now, Lala says that this is the day that everything ended.
Don't
Lala
gaslight your
was supposed to go
intuition.
to an important event, one that she had been waiting to go to for years. Before she goes to the event, she had something to drop off at her grandmother's house. However,
I bet
Lala's
you she
cousin
told her about it.
volunteered to drop off the stuff. Cousin said, "You're already doing so much. Finish getting ready, and I'll just take the stuff to Granny's house." And Lala's like, "No, she really wanted to take the drive and see her granny anyway. She was the one who was supposed to drop off everything." But the cousin insisted, and she said, "You know what? Fine, I'll stay back and I'll get ready." Well, about an hour later, her phone rang. There had been an accident. Her car was totaled. The driver, unfortunately, did not survive.
Ooh.
At first, everybody thought it was Lala in the car. Same car, same route that she would have taken, at the same time she would have been on the road. They only realized that it wasn't Lala when they checked her ID. Lala said, "My cousin died in my seat, in my car, on a night that was meant for me."
Ooh.
After the funeral, people just kept saying how tragic it was and how she had so much going on for her.
What? What? So she was supposed to drop something off to her grandma on the way to going somewhere, and the girl said, "No, no, I'll do it. Just let me do it." And the fact that she ended up dying. Oh my God! Did y'all hear that? So she was sending her off to her death like a damn. Wow! Oh my God! Let me hear the rest of the story.
What actually scared Lala was this. Everything she had going for her used to belong to Lala. Lala said that she still doesn't know if she was trying to become her, but thought her life was just easier to step into than her own. Lala said all she knows is that her cousin lived her life long enough to die in it. Lala said she knows that was supposed to be her fate. But my cousin took one for the team. And she says ever since then she's been very careful about who's watching her too closely. She said that y'all should too. Because destiny swapping is real.
So that girl could have put some shit on her ass. I mean, she could have put some shit on her ass, and then she just didn't realize that was the day. Today was the day. That was the day. Damn. And just by a split decision, it's like, you wanted my destiny, go ahead and have it. You see? That's why you shouldn't be trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to switch places with people, because you never know what's coming up in their life, in their trajectory. So that girl was meant to die. The girl Lala telling the story, she was meant to die in that accident on the way to her grandma's house. She was supposed to be the one, I guess, right? But because this girl wanted her fucking destiny so bad, and and she probably was already sabotaging her, blah 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 blah. So she ended up doing it because what she wanted to do was probably sabotage that girl's event. She probably wanted to sabotage. It was some event that she said that she'd been wanting to go to for years, and that girl, she wanted to cause some type of trouble. Who knows what she wanted to do, and maybe she wanted to hurt the grandma. Who knows? We don't. So it seemed like she was stopped dead in her tracks, and or she wanted that girl's destiny so bad that she ended up getting her fate. She ended up getting her death. She okay. So you might want to be careful trying to take other people's destiny, or attempt to, because you can't really take nobody's destiny. But you know what I mean, like trying to run interference on people's path, I should say. That's what happened, because maybe it was her path for that Lala. Maybe it was Lala's path for her to die in that accident on her way seeing her grandma. But because this girl ran interference, then she ended up getting, the Grim Reaper ended up getting her ass. She ran interference. She intervened. So Final Destination type shit. Like, she intervened, therefore she got it. Okay, now that's a Uno reverse card for that ass right there.
unhappy and miserable your life has to be, that you want to swap destiny with another person, that the only solution is for you to swap destiny with another person. There are a lot of people who hate their lives. They hate their lives, they hate everything about themselves, and they are looking for ways to swap destiny with another person who they think has a better life. If you have never been through a spiritual battle or experienced spiritual warfare, when people come on the internet to explain things like this, you're going to think they are being delusional. Destiny swapping is real.
Consequences of trying to swap the destiny of an anointed vessel. When someone tries to exchange or hijack the destiny of a vessel anointed by the God of Jacob, they are in effect fighting against the decree of heaven. The Bible shows repeatedly that 1. The trap backfires. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. Psalm 7:15. The schemes bounce back, and the enemy becomes victim of their own device. 2. Curses recoil. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. If someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. Proverbs 26-27. Attempts to curse or exchange destines often lead to curses returning multiplied on the initiator. 3. Loss of covering in peace by meddling with God's plan. They expose themselves to spiritual nakedness. The hedge of protection lifts, and sudden calamity or confusion overtakes
comes
them.
in their life.
4.
Calamity in their life.
Divine judgment. Pharaoh tried to rewrite Israel's destiny gives God buried him in the Red Sea. Balaam tried to curse Israel for reward gives God turned his words into blessings, and Balaam died by the sword. Herod tried to silence God's glory gives an angel struck him, and he died eaten by worms. Acts 12:23. In short, attempting to swap destines with one chosen by God is a death wish spiritually. It provokes wrath, confusion, and even generational consequences.
This is what happens when you defeat the warlock, you prevent the destiny swap, and you call your power back. So, Divine Feminine, you guys are going to attract a lot of fake stuff in this world. One of those things is going to be warlocks to try to destiny swap with you, get around you, to try to siphon your energy. So,
oh yeah, I'm kind of glad that the TikTokers are making YouTube pages. Y'all keep doing that because a lot of these fuckers here on YouTube, a lot of these karmic readers and karmic spiritualists on YouTube, they like to go to TikTok and steal shit from people on TikTok and bring it to fucking YouTube. So I'm glad that the TikTokers that are mostly on there and barely on YouTube, I'm glad that you guys are coming over to YouTube and creating your pages and posting your TikTok videos over there, just so you can let shit be known. Like, I see what the fuck you doing, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you guys are putting, putting your TikTok content over on YouTube and stuff like that, because you'll be surprised of how people will plagiarize you from platform to platform. Like, they try to literally wear your energy on other platforms. If you busted them out on YouTube, they're gonna try to wear your energy and attempt to be you on Substack or Fanbase or Twitter or Facebook or Tumblr or video. That's what I'm picking up on. Like, they'll try to wear your personality other places. So make sure that you are distributing your content on as much platforms as you want, as you can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Okay, let's continue.
they can like make their life starting to go uphill, and if you stay around them long enough, your life is going to start going downhill. But ultimately, like, you're not dumb. Like, you're not going to fall for the manipulation forever. Like, this is how, like, this higher power works. It puts you in these tests, these situations. It's going to hurt, but then you start waking up to it. And when you start waking up to it, you're able to walk away. And these are 3 things that's going to happen after you walk away from this warlock. So, number 1, they're going to start trying to put a coven together of, like, other, like, witches and warlocks. And also keep this in mind, too, like,
I'm
witches
so
and
tired
warlocks
of
is
that
not
shit.
entirely a bad thing.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you for saying that. I'm so tired of everybody doing that shit. Let's talk about these light workers and light warlocks, bitch. Let's talk about these fake ass LED light workers, because them be the ones that be doing the most motherfucking evil. The ones that claim they're on the right hand path and claim that they don't do this and they don't do that and everything dark is bad and all this other bullshit. Those are the ones that do the most fuckery in the spiritual streets. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I'm glad that he cleared it up, because it's not everybody. Like, everybody just like saying witches and warlocks, which it's more than that. Some witches and warlocks mind their own fucking business, and some light workers fucking don't. You know. But anyway, let's continue.
When I talk about it, it's like in a negative connotation because they're trying to do something to do you harm, trying to switch lives with you. So they're gonna put like other people together that already probably
A
don't
whole
like
task
you,
force on
because
your
now they
ass.
recognize that the energy cord has
A
been
whole
cut from you,
motherfucking task
and because
force.
the energy cord has been cut, they can no longer manipulate you. So they're gonna try to get other people to come together to try to attack you, because their mindset is.
I've been through this a lot on my platform. Anytime my detractors try to say something about me, they always try to include the community. Oh, she's doing it to y'all too. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, she doing it to y'all too. Yeah, there's this person that's doing this to everybody. It's her. That's because they don't have enough energy. They don't have enough ache to go against me by themselves. So they try to recruit other people to join in on it. They, you know what I'm saying? So you could. That's another tactic that they do. They try to include other people. If you're gonna come at me by yourself, because I'm gonna be standing 10 toes by myself against y'all. So come at me by yourself. But anybody that has opposed me publicly or privately, they always try to groom other people. They always try to groom and recruit other people into joining their crusade against me. And the people that join it, they stupid as fuck. They're dumb. They probably have something against me, or they watched me on the sly and they were just waiting to have somebody. They were waiting for the right person to come along to help them express the hatred that they already have. So they, they join in with them. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works, right? Because they're both triggered the same way. They're both triggered by the same things about you the same way. They're just waiting for somebody to live vicariously through. Okay, that's why people live vicariously through public figures and celebrities and things like that. They live vicariously through these people because they have a relatable toxicity. They have you know what I'm saying? They have the same afflictions, spiritual afflictions. All right, let's continue.
It's like we're stronger in numbers, and keep in mind this too. They're going to be spreading lies about you, but these people that they recruit never liked you to begin with. So
Exactly.
people that truly like you, they're not going to believe those lies. But that kind of moves into the second point as well. They're going to start like this huge smear campaign on you. They're going to try to get the public opinion of you to kind of shift. Yep. So not only is this coven of...
Especially if you have Saturn in the 11th house. I got Saturn and Pluto in the 11th house. If you have Saturn and Pluto in the 11th house, that's the first thing they'll try to do. They try to sabotage your connections. They try to sabotage your public image to people. People that have Saturn in the 7th house, what else has to do with people and partnerships? Okay, the 7th house, the 10th house, and the 1st house, and the 5th house. I would say if you have Saturn in those houses, yeah, people will try to attack your ability to be seen, your ability to be liked by others, be supported by others. They'll try to infiltrate your friend groups, infiltrate your organizations, infiltrate, your family in other cases. So yeah, it definitely does happen. So yeah, I have Saturn and Pluto in the 11th house. I have Pluto in the 12th house as well. So it's maybe like unconscious type of enemies and things like that, right? But yeah, yeah. If you have Saturn in the 5th house, 7th house, 10th house, 11th house, and 1st house, because that all has to do with people. What else has to do with people? 3rd house too. Yeah, that has to do with people. Yeah, people that your detractors will try to attack your public image, or they try to rally up people against you. They try to use the public or society against you. You feel me? Okay, they try to so that you don't get so that you could be isolated, so that you don't get the type of support or recognition or whatever that you want, that you need or whatever. All the while they're pulling from you. While they're doing all of this, all the while they're pulling from you. They're extracting from you. Okay, let's continue.
Witches and warlocks are going against you. Now they're trying to convince
witches
people
and
that you know,
warlocks,
like
witches
your
and warlocks.
friends,
It's more than
your
witches and
family
warlocks.
members. They're trying to get
So
control of the
shit.
narrative.
It's
Because
the light workers
once they
doing
get
that
control of the
bullshit.
narrative and you get like in a
Spiritual
lower vibration,
Christians,
that's
them
like another way
motherfuckers
like
doing
they're
that shit.
indirectly siphoning you of your energy. Now, number 3, when they finally see that all these things aren't affecting you, like you have gotten pretty good at ignoring like all the BS, all the manipulation and witchcraft, they're gonna come back to you humbly. They'll probably apologize to whatever they did to you, and they're trying to get you to give them another chance. Some people do fall for this because these people are very convincing, but you have to be strong in the mind and recognize that it's very hard for someone to change, and most likely that warlock project is not going to change. And you got yourself out of that situation. If you get back with that person, you're not going to start going downhill again. So just stay strong and recognize you're going to attract better people into your life. But those are the tactics of a warlock.
That's true, cause like yeah, because even though like I've made peace and stuff with my mom's side of the family, I still keep a considerable distance. I don't let them into everything. You know what I'm saying? I still keep a considerable distance, a cordial distance. I don't give away everything. I don't talk about my personal life or anything when I'm around them. I just talk about lighter things, sports, maybe current events, movies, books, documentaries, family origin stories, story times. I like, listening to like old folktale stories and shit like that. So I keep it really light because I already know that I know that a lot of them haven't really fully, evolved. I mean, they may have made strides and made some changes, but I know that mentally and spiritually, they haven't really gone the distance, and I respect that. That's their path, and this is mine, but I won't allow anyone to get into my energy full time to try to learn my movements and also I'm not going to allow them to be as close as we once were. But at the same time, I could be cordial with them and be like, I have a universal love for them or whatever. But I will not allow them to be too close for my comfort. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm keeping a close eye on that. At the same time, when you're healed, you pay attention to patterns and you pay attention to things that you normally didn't from before. So you already know if people are trying to put you back in that box. As soon as I get those signs, I'm out. I distance myself. I don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You walk away.
This is for the destiny swappers. Stop trying to swap destinies with an alchemist. All you are going to get is suffering, humiliation, and pain. You know why? Because the alchemist's light is to transform pain into wisdom. Is to transform pain into light. So they are using.
Yep. I think mine is to endure and transcend. Yeah, to persevere, endure, and transcend. That's what I'm sent here to do. Is to endure, to transcend, to inspire. Okay? That's what I'm here for.
As a means to economize their situation. In other words, they gain more power and authority when you try to swap destinies with an alchemist. Right? So an alchemist is someone who is here
Shout out to my fellow alchemistics out there.
Turn that pain into wisdom. They tend to become a spiritual guide, a karmic teacher, or they just gain authority through hardship. And this is what an alchemist is. Now, because you see an alchemist with light, you think that, they have this abundance inside of them. Yes, when you see them with your spiritual eyes, you see them full of light because it is their power. But in other words, that light and power comes through suffering. They have to go through a series of experience to gain more power in this physical reality. So when you are now trying to swap destinies with them, all you are going to get in your path is what? Is suffering, pain, because that is their own power, that is their own light, that is how they.
And when they experience that, then they start to tell everybody in public or online that you did something to them, that you ruined their lives, that you did this and that. They go into full fucking spiritual Karen mode and start blaming you for everything. Even after you vehemently warn them to stay out of your energy, leave you alone, stop, you know, um, snatching up their intellectual property, blah 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 blah. Like you telling them to leave you alone, get out of my energy, get out of my shit. You feel me? But they don't listen until fuck up shit start to happen in their life, and then they want to turn around and blame you for it and demonize you for it after you done told them so many fucking times in so many fucking ways to back the fuck up, right?
That is how they become who they are, right? Now, it does not change anything from an alchemist because you know why? They are going to come out from it. Whatever you do or you put in their way, they will alchemize it and become even better or greater in life. But the problem is you, because you are not built for the kind of resilience that they have. At the end of the day, you might just find yourself in a deep shit because you are going to swap that destiny and you are going to begin to suffer for nothing. And if you are not resilient enough, if you are not tough enough, you will find yourself in a pit. Right? So it's not everybody you see with light that you want to swap destinies with. That's why you see some of the time you see these means people project their own suffering onto them without even them knowing why people just think that it is because of them they are suffering. Most of the time, it's is because of what they have done spiritually. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they are reaping the fruit of their own labor. They are not projecting their suffering onto you, saying it is because of you.
That's why it's important. I agree with this sister is saying too. That's why it's important to not have people around in your circle that do dirt like that, that throw rocks, hide their hands, that you know what I mean. That's living dangerously. You don't want nobody in your circle that's on that type of shit, because what's gonna happen is if you slip up and you don't take care of yourself spiritually, if you don't have your spiritual hygiene up to par, you can get residuals of the karmic backfire that they gonna get. If somebody rightfully so retaliates against them, you might end up getting those residuals. It might ricochet off of them and bounce on you. And sometimes they want you to be in the position to take the fall for them. They want you. They want you to take their bullet, for real. They want you to take their slug. So that's why I make sure I'm not around people that are just going around just fucking with people. Because you're not finna use me as no spiritual buffer. The only time I'm going to be a spiritual buffer is for somebody that can't defend themselves, somebody that's truly innocent, and I feel guided and led to intervene. Where my guides, my spirit guides are like, you can intervene, nothing will happen to you. Intervene in that situation, help them. That'll be the only time that I would do that if I know that they're truly innocent. But other than that, you can't just bestow that type of blessing on everybody. Not everybody deserves to be in your space. Have you ever gone to like a public outing, public place, and people could just sense your protective energy, so they'll stand real close to you. They don't really say anything, but they'll just stand close to you or just dance really close to you, even though there's room around them. They could like literally be somewhere else. I've had that before. I remember one time when I went to I was hanging out with a male relative of mine, and I was helping him go to work. He was estranged at the time, or like having issues with his family or whatever like that. So I was helping him or whatever. So I remember there was a point where he was like, you know what, I want to stop drinking. I said, yeah, okay, cool, cool, cool. So he started like drinking like non-alcoholic stuff, like old duels and things like that, and some other shit that he was drinking that wasn't alcohol, or whatever. It's like some fake beer. I think it's old. It's not Old Duels. It's another brand, but it's similar to Old Duels, or whatever. So Old Duels is, in case people don't know, is like a non-alcoholic drink. It's kind of like has that fizzy beer taste or whatever, and it's for people that's trying not to drink. You know what I mean? So I was going with him to like certain events or whatever. So we went to our distant cousin event, and they had strippers at the party. They had strippers at the party or whatever. And I remember I was like, here, I said, this will be a different type of night. I said, look, you're not going to drink. And, I'm going to teach you how to just kind of observe your surroundings and watch everybody. Just look at your surroundings and see how things are. See, and I remember that when we was doing that, I remember when we was doing that, um, I remember there was some people that were like, there were some people that were kind of like standing around me, and I wasn't sure why they was standing next to me for. Like, I don't know. You know how like you can see that there's other places for them to stand, type shit. But they could feel your like spiritual authority, or they could feel that, oh, this person look like they protected or something. Let me stand next to her. So in case some niggas start busting at the party, I'm gonna be all right or something. Like, some people could just, they don't know why, but they just want to stand next to you. They just want to be close to you. This could be, and I'm not saying all those people are considered bad people, but it's just something I pay attention to. They're not. I'm not saying they're necessarily bad people. Now I have had some people that I know spiritually, energetically, they wasn't shit, and they wanted to stand next to me because they just knew it. They just knew that I was protected. They just knew it. So I have been a spiritual buffer for people where like if I wasn't around, shit would have went a whole different way. If I wasn't around, it would have been toe tags, fish fries, toe tags, uh, tears dropping, mama's crying, fish frying, car wash having ass motherfucking time. That's it. That's what it would have been. And I'm glad that I was there, even though the situation, turned out to be what it was or whatever. I'm grateful that I was there because I didn't want anybody to lose their life. As foolish as they are, I wouldn't want them to lose their fucking life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when you understand the power that you have, you will be more responsible. You will be more vigilant. You'll be vigilant of people that are trying to exploit your energy or try to walk in your energy so they can feel as powerful as you. It's just like a child trying to put on mama's heels and shit. Like, look at me, mama, type shit. But anyways, yeah, let's continue. Hold on. Hold on.
They are suffering. Most of the time, it is not because of that. It's because of the fact that an alchemist is here to go through suffering to gain wisdom, right? And trying to do anything spiritually to them will um will cause them more suffering. Because yes, that's what you ask for. Be careful of what you wish for. Because an alchemist can be going through hell, yet they will look like they are flourishing.
We do.
It will look like they are flourishing. Everything that they are doing is just going on smoothly for them, without knowing that they are just burning, but you don't see it. Because they have the grace to carry themselves through pain to the highest version
Some
of
people
themselves.
just want to see you
They
at
know
your
how to transform
knees.
themselves. Even
They
while
mad
going
that you
through
don't show them the
transformation
shit though.
and elevation or whatever it is, they gloriously carry the transformation as if nothing is wrong with them. And this is their power. So each time you try to send negativity towards them, send attack towards them, send any form of negativity towards them, they're going to transform that negativity into power.
Exactly.
You're just helping them to step into the better version of themselves.
Come on now, you coming for an alchemist
So
here.
yes, that's why
Come
you
on
see
now.
when you people
What
do
you
destiny
think?
swappers,
What you thought?
you are attacking them, yet they seems to be flourishing more. It's because you are giving them more power to do so. And they are even taken from you. Because that's how they are being configured. Right? They are wondering, why is it that all the attack I'm sending this person, this thing is not working? Why is it not working? It's because they are taking your energy. You don't attack them. Because their life alone is already a field of lots of experience. When I mean experience, hardcore experience. Right? You now attacking them, you are giving them power, you are giving them supply to step higher to a better version of themselves. So you are wasting your energy and your time trying to attack an alchemist. And it is a perfect plan to put you people who know they use IC people team. It is a perfect plan set for those people who always want what belongs to other people. Right? That's why you see a lot of people begin to wonder. You the alchemist, people will always say it is because of you they are suffering. They always tell you it is because of you they are suffering. Some of them it might be that yes, they are supposed to go through this experience with you. And yes, that's why they discover that. Or sometimes it is some of them is because of what they have done to you. Right? And they don't know how to say it with their mouth. They don't just know how to say it and say, I did this to you. Now I am the one suffering. Right? They don't know how to say it. So at the end of the day, they just use that psychological tantrums. I call it tantrums. Or they manipulate you psychologically, make you think that something is wrong with you. Since they become to move with you. That's why they are suffering. Some of them did something. Some of them did something. Right? And the power of the alchemist is to absorb and transform. Absorb and transform. Absorb and transform into the highest version of themselves. That's why all their enemies always tend to be frustrated and confused. Because that is the power of the alchemist. Their enemies are always confused. They don't know what to do. Because they have done everything on their book. Yet they still see this person standing up straight. They have sent psychological attack. You are still standing. In fact, more transformed. They send mental illnesses. You are still perfectly sound. They send every attack they can find. Yet you are flourishing. Right? This is as a result of the power of an alchemist. So yes, I just want to put this out there. Destiny swappers, before you want to swap people's destinies, it's not everybody's destiny you want to swap. It's not everybody you attack. You have to study them first and know the kind of power that they carry. If not, they will absorb your own into their own strength. And this is what it is. Right? So have a blessed day today. Before you attack anybody spiritually, do your own survey. Right? So yes, thank you.
When someone does a destiny swapping and it fails, there are many things that will start happening to them. Yes.
Number one is that they will have a lot of mental pressure. Yes, you heard me right. They will be in a heavy mental pressure. They will be living in anxiety or fear. Now, I want you
Constantly
to know that
paranoid.
it is mostly rare for their
Yep.
destiny swapping to fail. You had me right. And when it
Definitely seen
fails,
that in,
it
in
is
people.
something to behold because it can cause the people that wanted to do it to be in a very deep emotional pressure. They will be in a very deep emotional stress. So they will have a mental stress, a lot of it. And yes, that's their business start falling down, everything. They will have random issues daily with people, even with their customers. Yes, they will be having issues, and their family members will also get sick. Yes, their family members will get sick. They will be having issues, and they will lose beauty. they will look, they will look way worse
Grotesque,
than
like a beast.
they used to look
Harry and
because
the
when they were
Hendersons
using
type
the
shit.
other person's reality or when they were using their destiny, and they will stop having inflow as much as they used to have. Yes, so the money will reduce, the money they are making will reduce, not as because when they were using that person's energy, they will have a lot of high income.
And these readers, as soon as they start going through financial problems, when that shit start backfiring on them financially, watch them start doing like all of a sudden they want to do financial readings on certain zodiac signs, or they might break it down to like certain elemental signs, certain life path signs. They'll start doing that because they want to get in everybody else's financial business because they shit is fuck up. So watch out for that. Now I'm not speaking to those who are doing financial readings and they're high vibrational and they want to give those type of readings to their collective. More power to you. I'm not speaking about that. What I am speaking about is the karmic readers that are facing any type of like karmic blowback from what they've done behind the scenes. When they start suffering financially, they'll start coming out with sob stories. They'll start coming out, oh, I was abused, I was this and that. They start bringing up their childhood trauma again. Like they start doing all this stuff or whatever, right? Um, so just pay attention to that. You'll know it because these people read their own energy, and you'll know it just by the things that they mention, the subject matter. Okay, one week it's progressive, the next week it's regressive. It's up and down, up and down. It's kind of like that roller coaster effect. So you really have to really be mindful of who you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talks a good game, but if you really have eyes to see, you will see it. If you really want to see it, you'll see it. The information will get to you. You know what I'm saying? Just consult with your spirit guides and ask for clarity, and the right things will come up. The right information will come up on your algorithm or in your direction physically when you're outside. You'll get it. You'll get the message for sure. Okay, let's continue watching.
But when that person call back their energy totally, their money, their financial income will reduce. So they will be in a very place, a lot of mental stress about finance. So they will be very, very stressed about money. So you see them always, being in this fear, anxiety. They'll
Yep,
be
constantly
in
fear,
anxiety
constant
about not
anxiety,
having
and
money. You
paranoid.
understand? They'll
Yeah,
be in anxiety and they'll be making mistakes. They'll be making constant mistakes. Instead of them
publicly,
to do A, they will do why? So they will be making mistakes
poor
because they will
decisions.
be in the confusion they sent to that person they wanted to destiny swap. Yes. So
Yep.
when someone destiny swap you, you will be in confusion. And when you call back your power, they will be in confusion, very deep confusion. Why
They
you
hate
will
it
have
when you call
very
back your
nice
power.
sound clarity.
And I
So
remember saying that last year. They hate it when you call back your power because when you do call back your power, one of the things that I've noticed, they'll start lashing out. They'll start lashing out. This is whether online or offline. Not everything is about what's going on the internet. You'll just notice little stuff. You'll notice it like um, you'll notice when things start to backfire in their life, they'll start lashing out at you. They'll start mentioning you, things like that. You'll just start to feel that energy. You might even see an increase in monitoring spirits as well. So yeah, it definitely does happen in their lives. And see, that's when they start to violate even more spiritual laws and try to throw even more cards in you. And they don't realize that they're digging an even deeper hole each time. And they're not getting anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people are not getting anything. They think they're getting something. They're not getting shit out of the reading. They're just digging a deeper, deeper grave for themselves, really.
it is really very beautiful to witness because the amount of balance that happens when destiny swapping fails is wow. No, the other person will receive it very hot, especially if they are, if the other person that has been swapping have been using their energy for a long time without the other person being aware. The other all
Thank you.
the
If they've been using your energy for a long time. So if you take care of your spiritual maintenance and you consistently call energy back, I just did a declaration on my star. Shout out to Spiritual Grenade. She came up on my timeline and stuff like that or whatever. And she's always showed love to my channel, so shout out to her. So when I looked at a video, I ended up seeing this, not this one, but the other one, the very first one from the first clip that I showed you. The first clip that you guys listened to is from that video. She reposted it. It was a TikTok compilation, and she reposted it, and it was talking about stealing star, and it kind of got to me because I was like, wait a minute. I had just seen an African AI telling. I watched like African AI storytelling videos or like AI movies and stuff like that, where people tell the story and then the AI scene kind of played out or whatever, illustrates it or whatever. So yeah, I was watching that, and I had picked up on some things when I was watching it, and I was one of the videos I seen. I actually used the screenshot for one of my community tabs when I was reading synchronicities and things like that. So just look on my community tab, you'll see like the cover. That's the movie that I was watching. I forgot the name of it, but I'm glad I screenshot it and put that post up because now I can go back and watch it again. But anyway, yeah. So it's an AI storytelling video, and it was basically about these two best friends, and the evil best friend and her mom decided to put a curse on the girl's best friend. So basically a granddaughter and a grandma decided to put a curse on the granddaughter's best friend to take away her star, right? And so they went to I'm not gonna give a whole story, but basically they went to a worker to try to get this shit done or whatever. Now when the girl was going through spiritual warfare and she was dreaming and shit, when she was dreaming, at each time when she was in the midst of the spiritual warfare, each time that she dreamed, she would see that she's chasing somebody down for her star. She's chasing them. They're grabbing her star. She's grabbing it back. She's chasing them. They fight up on. You know what I'm saying? You know, and every time that she went to sleep, when she was in the midst of the warfare and she was trying to pray and get it off of her and do whatever, whatever, because it was more centered around prayer and stuff like that. I kind of want to see a reverse story where it's more centered around the church doing it because they also do it too. But it is what it is. It just depends on the spiritual scope of the person creating the AI movie. But it was still a great story. I got what I wanted out of the story. But anyway, when the girl had a dream about her star, when she had a dream about it, she would dream about her fighting somebody for the star, fighting them for it. In the beginning of the story, it showed that she had this bright golden star that was on top of her head, and the best friend's grandma saw it in her, and she didn't know she had it. The best friend's grandma saw it in her and was like, we need to get that from her. Da da da. So they went to a worker and da da da, and the story starts to unfold there. So it's three parts to it. I'm gonna see if I can find it again. It's three parts of the story. It's good. It's real good. So yeah, I be watching a lot of little like AI animated story times. They be kind of juicy. Like the y'all gotta check out the Baddies of Lagos. Oh, that shit is good, honey. Yes, and the Afro Korean story times. Ooh, those are good. Those are like little Afro Korean, like I guess you could say hood love stories, international hood love stories. I don't know, but it's pretty good. It's pretty juicy, just for fun. You know what I'm saying? You could just listen to it. Um, but yeah, the girl when she was going through that, she was seeing she was fighting the star. The whole time she was in the midst of spiritual warfare. She was fighting for us. That every time she got up, every time she dreamed she would be fighting someone for the star. They would snatch the star that's looming on top of her head, and she would chase them, and she would fight them, and they would snatch it back. And she said, "Give me back my star," whatever like that. Now, at towards the end of the movie, when things got better for her and started working in her favor, the next time she had the dream, which showed her confirmation that hey, you've been doing what you're supposed to do. You in this story, you've been praying, you've been fasting, blah blah blah. So through her prayer, through her fasting, she got closer to God, right? um, and things started to work out in her favor. So when she had the dream about the star again, she was able to successfully snatch back her star, and that was how the dream ended. So the dream ended on a good note. She snatched back her star, and they were subdued. And that's when she woke up, she said, "Okay, now I know that this curse or whatever is broken or whatever." But yeah, it's a really good story time. I'm gonna try to find it because I did make a screenshot of it, and I was pointing out synchronicities that I was seeing And you'll get to this point where you will create a whole sentence out of the messages that you're getting all the time, you know? All right, let's continue.
Payment, there will be always a payment. There will be the energy, there will be a payment. There will be a time that they will be in that spiritual prison. Yes, there will be a time when they will be in that spiritual prison, and they will complete that sentence, that spiritual prison, before they will be allowed to be out of there. So this is how curses are made and transferred from family to family, from generation to generation. Yeah, this is how people start family curse. So some family curse is because of the failed destiny transfer.
Mm.
Yes.
Failed destiny transfer. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's something that you gotta read. Let me see. Okay, it says here, what happens to the star thief when you restore your destiny after it's been stolen? Okay, let me go to the beginning, cause I guess it's something you read. So let me go back. Hold on. I'm gonna read it for y'all. Hold on.
This is how people start family calls. Some family calls is
Oh, I went
because of
far too. I went
the
back too
failed
far.
destiny transfer. Yes.
Okay, there we go. Okay, what happens to the star thief when you restore your destiny after it has been stolen? Yeah, that's what led me to watch the video because of the African story that I saw, the AI African story. So when that girl, Spiritual Grenade, shout out to her, when she posted that up, I was like, wait a minute, I've heard that before. So I started watching the video. I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. It says, okay, so what happens when you restore your destiny back from a star thief? It says, with this, you need to be extra careful because there are some people who took oaths and vows on your destiny star. Meaning that I guess they will stop at nothing. Like they put their life on the line for this shit. So they're going to be relentless. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so it says, there are those who make a vow or an oath to rather die than see you have your destiny back. What happens when you start to regain your destiny? Don't they die because of the oath? Quote, I'd rather die, unquote. I'm not saying this is the case for everyone. I can't see who this person is. I can't see the whole thing. Okay, it says that's why we see many people with businesses or churches, etc. After they die, the businesses die out. It's not like they didn't have kids or relatives who could continue with the business. It's because the star has been restored back to its owner. Oh. So people that have big, so okay, people who have big businesses and big churches that when they die, their businesses don't last because the star goes back to its owner. Interesting. Okay. 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 In a relationship, once you leave someone who was using your star, they lose everything. I repeat, in a relationship or partnership, once you leave someone who is using your star, they lose everything. Others get hijacked or mugged because now you're taking what's back yours. You're taking back what's yours. So people will steal from them. People that have been stealing from you and siphoning off of you for a long time. Ask me how I fucking know. After you start calling your shit back and doing what you need to do to get your shit back, reclaiming your shit, right? She's saying that this content creator is saying that they'll start to get hijacked, they'll start to get stolen from, they'll start to experience the same things that you've been experiencing from them. So if they're constantly stealing energy, stealing your intellectual property, they're going to have to deal with people stealing their intellectual property. And guess what? It's not even their fucking intellectual property. It's the intellectual property of others that they have taken for themselves. So they're going to have thieves. Thieves are going to start thieving from other thieves, basically. Okay, so it says others get hijacked and mugged because now they're taking back what's yours. Although those material things may not come back physically, but the universe is taking back everything that your powers have generated for that person. I repeat, although those material things that may not come back, but these are people that monetize off of your energy, that fuel their platforms off of your energy and the money that they got and the things that they did with the money that they got from your energy. You may not, it says here that it may not come back physically. I feel in some cases it does because I've experienced where it came back physically. But you may not get it all back physically, but the universe is taking back everything that your powers have generated, everything that they have gotten under monetizing off of your energy. All of that shit is gonna fall. It's gonna be taken away from them, just like they took it away from you.
Evil lives amongst us, it breeds amongst us. There are people out there that are evil. They are evil, they are miserable, and they are looking for shortcuts to get success, to make it. And what they do is they prey on people who are successful, people who have a light, who have a star. Someone who has already put in the work and is successful.
Yeah.
Destiny swappers prey on those type of people. That is why you need to be careful with whoever you give access to. Not everyone has good intentions. There are people who are keeping tabs on you. You don't even know they have been watching you. Destiny swappers have been stalking you before they ever had access to you. These people have been stalking you before they ever had access to you. They have been following you, watching your progress, seeing the efforts you're making
from
in
the
order to
background
succeed. And they
the
have been
whole
keeping
time.
tabs on you, strategizing on how they are going to get close to you and be in your
You'll be surprised if you're on a social media platform. You'll be surprised at people that will sit back and watch you for a long time and won't say nothing, won't interact. You won't. They won't let themselves be known until they find somebody else that they can live vicariously through. So they live vicariously through like third party beef. They may not like it. They may have some type of like make beef for you, and then they wait until somebody who has enough audacity to come at you publicly, and then they slide with them. It's crazy. It's a double edged sword for both of them because when you no longer engage with the both of them or they build this little group against you, when you no longer engage with this group or this duo, they break apart right afterwards. Ask me how I know.
personal space so that they gain trust and swap your destiny. Whatever you're doing right now and you're succeeding in it, be very careful with who you give access to. There are some people who want to steal your star, who want to steal your glory, who want to take away your light because they are miserable, they are unhappy, and they are frustrated. They don't like their lives, they hate themselves, and they want what you have. Some people want to be you. They want to take you out of this earth and live your life. They want to walk in your shoes. They will go to a witchcraft doctor, a native doctor, to steal your star, keeping tabs on you, investigating your growth through spiritual means. Like a mirror, they are watching.
I said in my reading the other day, I was like, people will even come to your platforms if you're on social media, you're an entrepreneur or content creator. People will come on your shit just to see if people are watching your shit, just to make sure that they keeping baby in the corner. Telling you.
Monitoring spirits. You see that relationship or that
They feel
friendship
like
that is
you're an
moving too
extension of them.
fast. Slow it down. You see
Type
those
shit.
girls who are trying so hard to be your friend. Those ones who are fighting so much to be involved in your life, in your business, in your circle, trying to fit themselves in your life. Anybody who is fighting to be your friend, fighting to be close to you, be very careful. Test your friends. People will come close to you because you have something that they want. You have something they want to
Always
benefit
test
from.
people.
Anything they do for you, they are doing it because to them it is an investment. It is not for free.
That's a key
That's
to the
why you need to be
process of
very careful with the
elimination.
kind of friends you make.
Test
There are
motherfuckers,
people
for
who do
real.
things for you,
Test
but
them.
it is an investment. You don't know what they are taking from you spiritually. You don't know what they are doing to you behind your back. That boy that you like so much, they're bombing you, giving you flowers, giving you gifts, taking you out, buying you anything that you want. Be very careful. Some of these people want to swap your destiny. Some of these men, they want to steal your star. They want to use your star to enrich
It ain't always
themselves.
your same
This
sex.
is
It's the
someone who
different
is
sex
trying
that
to
be doing that too.
manipulate, imitate,
Your
and
counterparts
benefit
will do
off
the
from your
same
light.
shit.
And they will
Hell
do
yeah.
it
Hell
physically,
yeah.
energetically, or spiritually. But most of the times, it is done spiritually. Now, this is what happens when a destiny swapper gets exposed. And when the swap fails, the first thing destiny swappers do when they get exposed is denial. Denial
Of
first.
course.
They act like nothing happened, or they will say you're crazy or jealous.
That's like the 5 stages of grief. I think the 5 stages of grief. I used to be in the medical field like off and on since I was 19, and the 5 stages of grief I believe is denial, anger, bargaining, depression slash sadness, and the last stage is acceptance. I don't know if they'll ever get to acceptance. I'm still waiting for them to get that fifth stage. I don't think we're gonna get there. But anyway.
Classic defense mechanism. They are trying to make you out to be the jealous one, the crazy one, so that if you
Right.
come out to expose them, nobody will believe, or they will act like nothing happened.
Uh-huh.
Anybody who
Yeah.
has tried to destiny swap with you, kill you, steal your glory, steal your star, or even poison you, when they don't succeed, what happens is they go out there smearing your name. They
Yeah.
tell people lies
Exactly.
about you.
Yeah.
They tell people you're crazy, you're jealous, or you're always playing the victim. And do you know why they are doing this? It is because they didn't succeed to take you out. They didn't
They're
succeed
bitter
to
about
swap
it.
your destiny. They
Uh-huh.
failed.
Yeah.
And they are afraid of what you will do. The second point is they play the victim, playing the victim. Out of it,
Spiritual
suddenly they are
Karen.
the victim. Suddenly they are the one who is hurt. You may even hear them.
Spiritual Karen activation mode. That's when they start false flagging your shit. They start using stupid ass reasons to take your video down, fake ass copyright claims and all that shit. It's not because you're using their image or using this and this and that. They don't give a fuck about that. They don't like that they did all of this for absolutely fucking nothing. You know, their whole lives fell apart and they want to blame you for it. But they're the ones that fuck with you in the fucking first place. And they didn't have to, but they just did it because they wanted to. And they thought they can get away with it because they've been doing it to people for so long. They didn't think that they would have to run to somebody where they can't get away with it no more. They can't fathom that. So when it happens, they go into full spiritual care mode. They start reporting your pages, getting people to report your pages, bribing people, giving them gifts, bribing people to take down your platform, report you, all this kind of stuff, just because they don't like what you're saying. What you're saying is piercing them. They know they look stupid. I don't know. I'm not even actually sure if they know they look stupid. But I'm here to let motherfuckers know that they do look stupid. Like, I already know my purpose in this world. Let's
It's like
continue.
after everything I did for you, after all I did for you, they will start naming all the things they did for you. Even if they were the ones benefiting from the friendship, they will act like you were the one benefiting from them. If destiny swappers love to play the victim when
Oh
they get
yeah, they
exposed, they
love
act
that
like they are
shit
the ones
every
who
time.
get too much into the
They be
relationship
bringing
or
up
the
their
friendship, as if they
childhood,
were
all
not
that
benefiting from
stupid
it,
ass shit.
as if
Bitch,
they
don't
didn't
nobody
want
give
to
a
steal
fuck.
your star or your glory,
Nobody
as if they didn't
cares.
want to swap your destiny. What do you think happens when a thief
You went
gets
through all of
caught?
that and it made
After
you
playing the
worse.
victim, now they have to make you
Fucking
out to be the
loser.
villain. So what is the next thing they do?
Mm-hmm.
Smear campaigns. They start
Yep.
telling people lies about you, spreading rumors about you in order to protect their image and save face. They might start telling people lies to protect their image and turn them against you. The next
Mm-hmm.
point is
Yeah.
anger and intimidation. Have you ever cut off a destiny swapper? Recently, I cut off a destiny swapper
She
last year.
said anger. So she basically, it's the 5 stages of grief. Excuse me. So these people are grief stricken. So it's the 5 stages of grief. She said first it was denial, and she said the second one was anger. Yeah, it's just in a different order, but it's the same thing. So the withdrawals that a destiny swapper goes through when they fail the attempts, it's the same 5 stages of grief. It's literally the same thing. Let's see if she end up saying it all.
And they cannot handle it. They are not handling it so well. When you cut off somebody who was trying to destiny swap with you, they have been exposed.
Hold on,
So
hold on, hold on, y'all, hold on. Ooh, hold on.
what do? They lash out, especially if they were benefiting from the relationship or from the friendship. If they were benefiting from you and you cut them off, exposure threatens them. So what do? They lash out, they insult you, or
Right.
they try to intimidate you into silence.
Right,
Some
right,
people
right.
threaten you, send all kinds of messages insulting you. Typical destiny swappers, miserable people. They will try to scare you into silence. The next thing destiny swappers do when they get exposed is disappear. They just disappear, they ghost you. Some will ghost you when they know they can no longer control the narrative. Some will ghost you
Exactly.
completely when they know they cannot manipulate the situation anymore. When someone has been discovered and they know they cannot manipulate you anymore, what do? They walk out with their heads down because they have been conquered, they have been exposed. This is what happens when a destiny swapper has been exposed. Now let us talk about what happens when the destiny swap fails.
Uh-huh.
When they try to destiny swap with you and they fail. If someone was trying to steal your star, use your glory, manipulate your destiny, or swap your destiny, when they don't succeed or when the destiny swap fails, the first thing they undergo is frustration and obsession. The frustration from the fact that they didn't succeed and the obsession with whoever they have been trying to swap destiny
Exactly.
to. What this person wanted
Ask
to
me
do
how I
is they
know.
wanted to take your blessings and give you all of their bad luck. They are
Uh-huh.
stealing your glory, benefiting from your blessings, from your star, while you are experiencing their bad karma. This is
Uh-huh.
the worst
Yeah.
thing somebody can ever try to do. Because on this earth, if somebody swaps destinies with you, you're
Mm-hmm.
only getting nothing but bad karma. Whatever bad thing was
Mm-hmm.
going to happen to them, now it is reversed and it starts happening to you.
Exactly, and that's just like the first story, the first story time with the girl Lala. That girl said, "Oh, I'll do it. I'll go. I'll drop this off at the grandma house." Da da da. And she ended up dying in the car accident because Lala was supposed to be the one, but because she wanted to step in this girl way, she wanted to run interference on her path, on her destiny. She ended up taking the fall. You see? Come on now.
Why your blessings is going to them. Their bad karma is coming to you. So you basically live like a slave on
When
this
this
earth.
video is
There
done,
are
I'm gonna
some
get
people
off.
who there are so many people who are unhappy today because their destinies have been swapped. They are living another person's life. Nothing they are doing is going forward. Your star, your glory is stolen. You don't succeed.
That's true. A person who has been destiny swapped and is bitter about it, they will. They're also other people. That's also the type of people you should watch out for, though. Those who have their destiny stolen and they become miserable, they grown dark because of it. Like they, um, they and walking around imbalanced. They bitter about it. They may seek to take somebody else. They're like, oh, somebody took mine, so fuck, I'm gonna take somebody else's shit so I can get back on top. So you gotta watch out for them people also.
In
Real shit.
anything you do
Real shit.
because someone has
Yep.
stolen your star. So you need to be very careful who you call a boyfriend, who you call a friend, who you entertain
They
or
could be
bring to
down
your
on their
personal
luck and they
space
destiny
because there are
swapped and
people
they want
out
to
there
come
who
at
are
you.
haunting. Destiny swappers are haunting, but they're
Yep.
struggling, trying to build something for yourself.
Destiny swappers are hunting, and those who've been destiny swapped, who, who, those who, sorry, that was a call come through. Those who've been destiny swappers are on the hunt, and people who have been destiny swapped that didn't learn their lesson and who are bitter about it, like it brought out the worst in them. You gotta worry about them too.
Working day and night, sleepless nights to make a life for yourself. And then there is a destiny swapper somewhere lurking on the internet, lurking around you, watching you, stalking you, seeing how far you're going, seeing what you're doing, studying you, seeing how far you have gone, and strategizing on how they are going to maneuver their way into your life and swap your destiny. Be careful. If someone is trying to copy you, outshine you, or lift off from your glory, your success and your growth is going to trigger them. Anybody who tries to swap destinies with you, anybody who was trying to use your star, when
Right.
they don't succeed or when they fail, and they see that you are succeeding and you're growing, all of those things trigger
In
them. Your
spite of.
happiness triggers them. And that creates an
Yep.
obsession, an unhealthy obsession. And they may keep watching you on social media, lurking on your page, stalking you.
Yes.
But they have no good intentions because they are watching you with evil eyes.
And in
That is why we need
different
to pray
eyes.
against evil. And not
Exactly.
everybody who is watching you on social media likes you. Not everybody watching
Exactly.
you
They
has good
don't.
intentions towards you. Some people are watching you, they want to imitate you, they want to copy you, and they want to swap destinies with you because you have something that they want. Even at the level
Hide
of
up under
in
your
anything
energy.
you do, there is always someone who is trying to copy you. Take your spot. The second thing destiny swappers do when the swap fails is they try a new strategy. They try a new tactic and they change strategy on how to come back into your life. So what do? They start acting nice again. Before you know it, she's
Start
got you
acting
a
like they
jet. He
changed.
has got you a car. He has got you this. He may do something nice or she may do something nice in order to win you over. In order to get back in your good graces. So when the destiny swapping fails and they are not sure if you've discovered them, what do? They switch strategy. They start acting nice, they try to reconnect, or they look for another means in order to swap destinies again. Which leads us to the next point, energy shift. There is an energy shift, and the energy shift is from your side. Do you know why? Because you're aware of what they try to do. You're now aware of who this person is. That is why their new strategy cannot work because you've discovered them. So what actually
Yeah.
changes is
Yeah.
your awareness. Once you see someone clearly, their influence over you weakens. When you see this destiny swapper for who they are, for the snake that they are, their influence over you weakens. When
Yes, that's why it's important to call it out. So don't pay attention to people telling you not to speak up. Because one minute these readers will tell you to speak up, the next minute they'll tell you not to. Do what the fuck you're led to do. Okay, not everybody come through. Not everybody has the same blood rolling through their veins or come from the same. You know what I'm saying? Like history and ancestry where they didn't let that shit slide type shit. So you have it in you to fight. You have it in you to rebel. You have it in you to say no. You have it in you to say stop, enough. You have it in you. So this sister, she's right in what she say because, you know, when they can't feed off of you anymore, they are going to lash out. And the more that you heal, the more that you grow and ascend away from them, that's less. That's less ammo that they have on you. They'll start to wither. They'll start to weaken. They'll start to sound drained. You'll hear the difference in their voice inflections. You'll hear it. You know, pride comes before the fall. So some of them will start talking even more shit, start lashing out, talking even more shit because they about to fall. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty obvious. Like, you know. So yeah, so she this sister, she's on point. She's on point. She's right. You could tell she been through some shit and she know what the fuck she's talking about. This lady know who she's talking about. Bougie style with Sony 8877. Shout out to you, girl. I like this video right here. I like how you talking, girl. Yeah. But yeah, they do tend to wither and flake off when they can't feed off of you anymore. It's true.
God exposes people, right? He exposes them at a time when he knows that you're able to handle it. Because if God exposes that person now, you may pick up a knife and kill that person and end up in prison. So God is going to create
Exactly.
scenarios where.
And that's what they want. They
So
want
what
to they want to sacrifice themselves. They want to sacrifice all their loved ones around you just so they could take you down. I'm not even surprised she said that.
actually changes is your awareness. Once you see someone clearly, their influence over you weakens. When you see this destiny swapper for who they are,
Ah, that's what I meant to say. So when you call them out, it's important to call it out. When somebody's in your energy and you call it out, you could tell you're gonna get confirmation just by in their response and what they say in their response. The lower level entities that's housing in that crooked man energy, it's gonna make them want to lash out at you. You know, it's important to call it out. If somebody's in your energy, somebody's copying you, somebody's trying to exploit your energy, use it as a buffer. It's important to just call it out because if you don't know where it's coming from, you become you succumb to it. You become a slave to it if you don't know where it's coming from. But as soon as you know what it is and where it's coming from and you fucking call it out, it's put on blast. And those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, it's put on blast. And just by watching that person's reaction to what that person called them out for, watching their reaction to it, it'll confirm everything. It'll confirm everything and let you know that you were right on the money and that they feel guilty and that they're trying to mirror you or mimic you so that they can appear like you so that people can believe them over you in the situation. So always call it out. Don't ever keep your fucking mouth shut for nobody. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I grew up where, you got beat for speaking your fucking mind. You feel me? So nobody's gonna stop me from speaking my fucking mind now. I'm never gonna stop speaking my fucking mind. If you don't like it, and you don't like it, you can bite it. I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers don't like what I say. I don't care. Because I used to get beat for saying the fucking obvious to adults, grown ass adults that was living a fucking lie. They got mad when I would say when I would say shit. But I couldn't help that I was ahead of my time. I couldn't help that I was an old soul and I was ahead of my time. And I just said what the fuck was need to be said. And they couldn't handle it. Their egos couldn't handle it. Especially it coming from a child. Wisdom coming from a child. Wisdom that they should have. That they don't have. You know? And that's not towards everybody. But I'm just saying, you know, those are some of the experiences I had. And I'm pretty sure you guys have had similar experiences. I'm not saying, take what resonates. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know your life. You don't know mine, But it is true. You got to call it out. Certain communities, certain cultures will convince you that you're supposed to be seen and not heard and that you're not supposed to speak out. No, you're supposed to always speak out. Anytime somebody violate me, I'm going to always speak out. You're never going to fucking shut me up. You're never going to shut me up. But see, Blackistan will force you to be quiet about your abuse. Because if the abuser is likable and is philanthropic and everything looks good on paper, they can get away with anything and everything. You're not supposed to say nothing. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. You know how many generations were broken because of that? Anytime somebody violates you, anytime somebody try to divination, rape you, you're supposed to always fucking call it out. Always stand up for yourself. That's like the equivalent of them touching you. That's the equivalent to the bad touch. When somebody's reading on you, trying to get into your spiritual business, that is the equivalent to the bad touch. That makes them a predator. You feel me? That makes them a predator. That's what they are. That's what they stand by. Look at who they like and who they have an affinity, who they got love for, solidarity for. Predators, just like them. Excuse me, predators, just like them. I want to speak a little French. It's like I don't even think that's French, but they are predators. That's what they are. Spiritual predators in your fucking energy. So it's important to call it out. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Call it out. If you grew up having to be seen and not heard, that's the last thing you want to fucking do. Anybody that's a spiritual healer is going to tell you to speak up and speak out. They're not going to tell you one week to speak up and speak out, the next minute don't say nothing. No, fuck that. Speak out about it. Who give a fuck how they see it? You're the one going through it. Everybody else is just fucking spectators, or they're toxic codependent of people that like to abuse people. So they're used to being quiet and letting people run all over them. You don't have to fucking be that way. Sure.
The
Let's go.
snake that they are, their influence over you weakens. When God exposes people, right, He exposes them at a time when He knows that you're able to handle it. Because if God exposes that person now, you may pick up the knife and kill that person and end up in prison. So God is going to create scenarios where He removes that person from your life, He separates that person from your life.
Yes.
He creates an opportunity for you to know who this person is. Like He exposes them when they are no longer in your life. That cord, that energetic cord is broken. There is nothing connecting you or linking you to that person anymore. They can no longer siphon your energy.
Exactly.
They can no longer dominate you because destiny swappers, they want to control you. They want to dominate
They want to
you. And
control
they want
you.
to control you like a puppet.
Exactly. They want to control you. They want to put you in a box. They want to categorize you. They want to minimize you. I'm telling you, all the while trying to become you at the same fucking time, but want to be a modified, diet version of you. No, 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 no. I'm raw, raw, unprocessed. Well, processed, but you know what I mean. Raw, organic is what I'm saying. Not GMO, raw, organic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they want to shape shift in your energy. They want to twist your shit up like a fucking pretzel. They want to take ownership of it. They feel like you're an extension of them. You know, so they will look at you to see if you are getting if you're on social media, let's say, right, because this is social media, I gotta use it as an example. They're gonna look to see if people are paying attention to you because they feel like they fucking own you. Okay, that's what's important, to call your energy back, reclaim your power. And what I learned today, reclaim your star. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like when I watch certain things just come from my algorithm, because it's meant for me to see something. And I appreciate the people that are the middlemen that are able, that through their actions or inactions, I'm able to see things. Even through my detractors, I'm able to learn things and see things, and of course they're able to learn from me as well. So it's all good for real. Okay.
A situation where anything they say, you're going to do it. This world is spiritual. And then out of a sudden, you realize that the dynamics of your relationship or your friendship starts to shift. Yeah. This person who was acting all nice and loving and sweet and kind starts acting domineering. It's now as though they want to control you and control your movements. They want to control who you talk to, the things that you do, where you go to. It's like you have a surveillance camera in your life. It is no longer friendship or a relationship, it is surveillance. The person who is trying to destiny swap with you starts acting like a monitoring spirit. They want to be involved in everything that you do. If you want to go for an event, they want to be there. Anything you want to do, they want to be involved because they want to make connections with the people that you know. Because what they truly want is to swap destinies with you. There are people who have gotten close to rich people and has swapped destinies with those people, stolen those people's connections, stolen those people's opportunities. There are friends who will get close to you and they will steal your opportunities, steal your relationships, steal whatever you have going on because their intention was to steal, was to swap. All of a sudden, you do things without this person, it becomes a problem. You go somewhere without this person, they start acting like it is a problem. Why are you so involved in my life? Why are you so carried away with what I'm doing if you're not a destiny swapper? Destiny swappers want to know every detail and everything that is going on in your life, including the things that don't concern them. Because it is deeper than the physical. This is what people don't understand. This person will pretend to be your friend, pretend to be a prayerful person, pretend to be a Christian.
And nobody not really talking about family and friends. Like I hardly see readings on that, but family friends, they be the ones that really keep up shit. The ones that been around your family for so long and shit like that. Those are the most dangerous ones that I've seen personally. You know what I'm saying? Just in my culture, you feel me? Like I'm just gonna be honest. It is what it is.
Whereas they're doing witchcraft.
It be family, friends, and it be in-laws for real. It be family, friends, in-laws. If it's not family, it be family, friends, the in-laws, and the god family. It be them.
Pretend
Gotta
to
watch
love
out.
you, pretend to care for you, whereas they are doing witchcraft and voodoo on you because they want your star and your glory. This is the reason why when they are exposed and they don't succeed, they crash out, they insult, they send threats, they act
Yeah,
like mad
bitter as
people
fuck.
because whatever they
They
wanted
got
from
that
you,
bitter X
they
energy.
didn't get it, they didn't succeed to get it. You cannot change the order of things. You cannot steal what does not belong to you. Somebody's star is their star. You cannot steal the star of someone who is anointed, someone who is chosen by God. You cannot do it because the karma for that, the repercussions is damaging. There are people who
Yeah.
have committed suicide, who have died, whose lives have been
They ain't
destroyed
gonna
because
stop
they
till it
tried to
happens.
destiny swap with an
And they gonna
anointed
blame you
person,
for that
with
too.
someone who is chosen by God. There are people on this earth that only God has ordained them. You cannot bring them down. No human being can bring them down. I don't care where you go to, what you do. It is only God that can bring them down. That is what I want you to know. So if you think you can fight certain people physically and spiritually, you're only going to fight yourself forever. Because there are
Exactly. They're
people
gonna be
who,
fighting
from
themselves
birth,
forever.
before they were formed in their mother's
Exactly.
wombs, they have divine protection, protecting them from any harm, from any attack, from any spiritual warfare.
Exactly. And they will demonize what protects you from them. They will demonize whatever that's protecting you from them. They will have like this bitter X energy towards you and whatever that's protecting you. Whatever, whoever that's protecting you. They're gonna demonize the fuck out of it because they resent it because they couldn't get what they wanted. Like this particular, maybe you're working with a specific spirit or deity or answer, they're gonna demonize the fuck out of them because they can't get to you. They won't let that energy won't let them have their way with you. Okay?
People who wake up every day in this life, and each day of their life is spiritual warfare. Then no harm befalls them because of who is protecting them. Their bloodline, their ancestors will fight you. Not only God will fight you, but their ancestors will fight you. So be very careful with whoever you're playing tricks and using dark magic on, trying to swap their destiny or steal their glory. You cannot steal what is not yours. You cannot take what is not yours. Anything that you have to use diabolical means to get, it doesn't last. You may succeed for a short period of time, but the repercussions and
But
the
it's not
karma
gonna
that you're going to
last.
get
Whatever
for
they
trying
steal
to
from you, it's
change
not
the
gonna
order of
last.
things, for trying to mess with someone's free will, you won't go scot-free. There are people who have died, who have had health challenges, who have gotten broke forever because they tried to swap someone's destiny.
Yep.
Be careful who you mess with. Be careful who you mess with. There are people who are divinely.
I think it becomes an addiction because after these people try to take people's destiny and their lives go to shit, then they're on the hunt for the next person and the next person, the next person. It's like I feel like it's an addiction. It becomes probably like a drug to them, don't you think?
Protected. You're looking at someone thinking, no, they're just walking around like that empty. There are people who have spiritual backing. They are divinely protected. You mess with them, you will die. There are people you put your hands on and you will die. So be very careful. I'm saying this because this video may come across anybody who has tried to destiny swap. If you think in the back of your mind that you can steal, if you think in the back of your mind that you can steal someone's destiny, you cannot succeed. Even if you siphon that person's energy, drain that person's energy, try to imitate them or copy them or benefit from their star or their life. It will never last, and the repercussions will be way worse. The consequences will be terrible. It would have been better for you to just leave that person alone than to try to swap destinies with them. Because the consequences of trying to swap the destiny of someone who is chosen, of a chosen one, is dead.
Deadly.
The consequences is dead. Anyways, guys, I'm not even going to say too much, but you all need to be careful out here. There are people who are evil. They are trying to look for shortcuts in order to make it in this life, and they are monitoring people who are putting in the effort, working and trying to build something for themselves, and they want to access these people and swap destinies with these people. So I always say this: access to you is a privilege. Stop giving access to any idiot. Stop giving access to anybody just because they seem nice. It is a strategy most at times. When it is giving, I'm trying to win you over. I'm
Everything
trying to
is
get
strategy.
you books. I'm trying to do everything to be your friend. That is a red flag. Anyway.
You know what's funny? Okay, so like, I forgot to mention this, but I thought it was real funny. But it was confirmation for me because it's another one of those synchronicities, another one of those things I'd be like, oh, okay, that's how they feeling. All right, so what day was this? This was What was it? No, Saturday. Saturday. This past Saturday, right? Saturday, I went. I went to No. It was Sunday. It was Sunday. It was Sunday. No. Okay, so it was Sunday, and Sunday I was going over to loved one house or whatever because they was cooking the day before Labor Day. I mean, sorry, Memorial Day. They was cooking the day before Memorial Day so that they don't have to like whatever. So anyhow or whatever. So I was getting ready to we were leaving me and my daughter where we was leaving, and we park our car inside of like a parking garage or whatever. So I have her in the car, and I had her in the car or whatever, and she was already in the car, so I was getting in the car. Um, uh, I think I took a little walk. I was listening to something. I said, "Oh shit, yeah!" I had to open up my car. I gotta fix my power locks or whatever. So I have to open up the car the '90s way, just with the key and stuff. And then once I turn the car on, then I think I need. I think it's a light fuse that's out. I believe it's like some kind of like light fuse. I forgot the name of it, but it's some light fuse that has something to do with the power locks. I need to get that changed, or maybe have someone clean it or something. Okay, it might be dust on it, so that's probably why I'm having a little bit of that issue, whatever. But anyway, so I opened up the door like we back in the '90s. So then, okay, so she's already in the car or whatever, and I'm making some adjustments, cleaning out my car and stuff like that, like throwing stuff away or whatever before I leave. And there was this kid, and this kid wasn't acting like a kid. I think this kid was possessed. I'm not gonna lie, and I love kids. This nigga had to be possessed. This little nigga had to be possessed or something. Anyways, so he starts like yelling and cursing and stuff, right? So it looked like their family just came from somewhere, and I don't see no guys. It's just some two women, and then it's like a bunch of kids. So the rest of them go up the elevator, but then there's like two or three more kids that are. So it was two kids that was lingering, right? And so there ended up being this one kid, right? He started yelling, he started cursing, he started, I don't know what he was doing. Like, he started walking towards my car, right? And he started like cursing, and he started, I don't know what he was saying. He was like, ah, he was just screaming. He was like, ah, stop, like that, right? I was like, okay. And I could tell, you could tell when people are trying to get your attention. You're minding your business, but some people, they just like to like make a little noise and stuff because they want to get attention. It's like a little. So anyway, so he go ahead, he walks towards me or whatever, not towards me, but I'm standing by the car because I'm cleaning the car out. So he walks, and he's like yelling, but he's walking in the direction of my car. So I'm just standing there seeing like, what is this little nigga about to do? Like, what are you about to do? Because I fight little kids, I fight whoever. Like, what is your ass about to do? So I'm just standing there. I'm just like, is he really walking over here? So he yelling, da da da, he doing all this, and so then he come over. As soon as he get close enough to my car, because he's literally walking towards my car. So this is like a 8, 9 year old, maybe even 10. I don't know, between 8 and 10. So he started walking or whatever, and then he started walking or whatever, and then I get in my car. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and just get in my car, right? Because I know how these baby kids over here in this apartment complex, like, these people don't watch their fucking kids. Their kids will go around here harassing people. They'll leave trash everywhere. They'll run around. It'll be like 9, 10 o'clock. These kids, you'll hear them running down the stairwell, even though they have a park and a walking trail downstairs. They have a quadrant on the second floor. So there's places where they can run around if they don't have no school tomorrow or whatever. But 9, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, you can hear them running around. Like, these people don't have no regard. So it's kind of like it sets you up for bait, because if you say something to these kids, like if I was to say something to that little boy, then I would have got into it with his mama, his auntie, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And it doesn't have to be that way. It ain't got to really be that way or whatever. So next thing you know, okay. So next you know, okay, so the boy started walking towards the car. So I'm just like, let me just get in my car. So he runs past my car and he goes to the front of my car, but he doesn't do anything. He just runs towards my car and I'm just looking to see like I sitting in my car and I'm looking at him like, what is you finna do or whatever. And so then his mom comes and she yells, she like, get your ass over here or whatever, right? And he ends up running. I'm like, what did he think he was gonna do? But I took it as a symbol because I'm like, somebody is upset, right? Somebody's upset, and some people are just compromised vessels, and even these lower level entities, they will even go in the spirit of children. You feel me? Especially if they're karmic children. No tea, no shade. Okay, they will go inside the bodies of compromised vessels. So no matter what the age group of that vessel is. So that's what I took it as. I was like, because the way how he was acting, it wasn't like how like a typical baby kid would act. It was like he was possessed. Okay, this little boy was like possessed in some kind of way. So, so yeah, so that's what ended up happening or whatever. And I was just like, okay. And it was crazy because I had just took a spiritual bath. I was in my spiritual bath for like an hour or two. I didn't really go anywhere. I didn't leave the house till about 6 o'clock. And then my loved one, they called me. They was like, oh, you can come over because we cooking or whatever. And we not cooking for Memorial Day. We just gonna eat now for Sunday or whatever. I said, oh, okay, okay. So yeah, that's So I barely left the house like after 6 o'clock and I encountered that, and I was just like, "What the hell? What the hell?" Um, but anyways, yeah, that was my daughter laying in the bed. So if y'all hear anything, it wasn't me. That was her laying in the bed. Even though she in my room, her ass can go in her own room. She want to lay up in my bed. But anyway, but yeah, I just thought that was weird, and I was like, "Oh, okay, somebody's unhappy." Somebody's unhappy, somebody's upset, that's how I took it as. I was like, okay, that's a symbol. Somebody's unhappy or that somebody wants to lash out. So this entity went inside this child and this child wanted to walk up on my car and stuff like that. Now, if I would have said something, if that nigga would have hit my car, he didn't touch my car, he just ran up to the car and then the mom told him to go back. Now, if he would have hit my car, I would have had to say something to him. And if I had to fight his fucking mama, then oh well. I would have just had to fight then. Oh well. But I'm trying to keep a low profile at this apartment, but I know that there are a lot of people here, that there are some people here that mind their business, but there's riffraff here in this apartment, and they're gonna fuck this apartment up. And this apartment complex is, like I said, is fairly new. It's only been up, wait, when did they build it? 2023. So this building has been up for about 3 years now, and these people have already fucked things up. I could just see it. Like, they don't appreciate it. They let some of the wrong people in here. The same, like that riff-raff type of energy. So yeah, it's just something. It's just something that I'm just like, I keep a very low profile. You know what I mean? Because it's like little mild gang stalking, low key going on over here. Motherfuckers trying to know other people. Motherfuckers trying to like work with the community centers and the resource centers that are downstairs. They trying to work with them and shit like that, so that they can have an excuse to be at somebody's door and shit like that. They don't, how some people are. They want to get to know everybody so they can start implementing their fuckery. So they try to get to know everybody. Bitch, you ain't finna get to know me. I'm not finna let that happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, hold on, y'all.
Drop your thoughts in the comment section, share your experiences. I'm dying to see them. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.
Okay, that's just the end of that video right there. So, okay, yeah, y'all. So that's pretty much the end of the video. I just wanted to show you guys about that. That was a good video. And the one before that, the storyline before that, that one was good too. Hold on, let me see. Is that the same girl? Hold on, let me see.
Go to your enemies. They will go to any extent to dig up information about you, to know what is going on in your life. You will really be shocked and surprised with the people who are obsessed about what is going on in your life. You think people are not watching you because they don't comment on your stuff, because they don't say anything, because they act like they are not noticing you. They are watching. The people who are monitoring you, they know where you are presently. This is what I want you to understand. The people who never support you, who never share anything, who never like anything. You see those people on your social media, most of them have created fake accounts. They never share anything, never like anything, but they are monitoring everything that you do. You'll be shocked. People will expose themselves. People will tell you things about you that you didn't even know they know. People will tell you things about you, and you're going to be surprised, like, how did you know? People are going to update you about information that is going on in your life that you didn't even tell them.
Exactly,
you didn't tell these people what is happening in your life, but for some reason,
I used to have people used to do that when I had social media. I used to have people that used to mention things that I posted on social media, but they didn't engage with it publicly at all. Some people just engage with you like in the inbox. I've had this like happen to personal people in my life that have my social media, whatever. And yeah, they do be doing that. Like they'll try to tell you stuff in front of you. I'm like, oh, so you saw all that, but you didn't say nothing though. Crazy. When I graduated school, when I was celebrating like positive milestones and stuff, they never said anything. But when I was talking about how bitches was fake and this and that, they would hurry up and jump in my inbox. Are you talking about me? Yeah, bitch, I'm talking about you. And then we go back and forth in the fucking inbox. You know, weird ass shit. Weird ass shit.
they're going to tell you, oh, I saw you did this, I saw you did that, or I saw you hang out with this person. They don't say anything. I saw you graduated, I saw you bought a house, I saw you bought a new car. They don't say, when when they see it, they don't comment. But when you guys are having a conversation, they are going to blurt it out. Monitoring spirits, they never support you, but they want to watch everything that is going on in your life because they like to gossip about you. They are looking for information. They will dig up information. You know the problem with these people is the fact that the good things that are happening in your life, they are very quiet. When things are going on well with you, they are very quiet. They don't say anything. When you're excelling, when you're making money, when things are going well with you, they are very quiet. But when things are going bad, you're going to hear them blowing their trumpets, talking about it because they don't like to feed on positivity. They love to feed on the negativity. You don't even understand the number of people who are digging up dirt about you. The number of people who are investigating what is happening in your life just to have some kind of dirt to talk about you, just to monitor you, to have something to sit and say about you, because a lot of people only born when they can gossip about somebody that they are maybe jealous of or intimidated by. So they are monitoring your movements, monitoring what you do, but they never support you. They never like anything. You see that friend that is only digging up for information about you. Oh, what are you doing? What are you up to? What are you up to? You see that voice inside of you telling you not to reveal the truth. Do not reveal the truth. Before I post a location, I'm already out of that location. Anything that I do, I'm already 2 steps ahead. You understand? I don't go to a location and I post a picture while I'm still in that location.
Exactly.
I am posting a picture only when I have.
You're supposed to post after you leave. It could be weeks, months after you left, days, weeks, months, years after you left that place and you post it. You don't talk. You don't post it as you're there, and you don't say, "Oh, I go here every day," or "I go here on every Tuesday, every Sunday. Yeah, I be over here." Yeah, you don't do all of that. You could post it after you left. Okay.
Left. Because you don't know who is monitoring you. You see, social media, what you post on social media is what is making a lot of people jealous. It's what is making a lot of people envious. You're posting your happy moments, yes, but nobody sees it as in you're just posting your happy moments. A lot of people are seeing all of these things with jealousy. In this day and age, you don't trust people easily. You don't post your location anyhow because you don't know who is looking for you.
Exactly.
You don't know who is plotting against you. Move in silence. Have you noticed when you start opening up to monitoring spirits about the things you want to do, guess what? It fails. When you start telling people things that you want to do, things that you're not yet done, things that have not yet been solidified, but are on your pipeline or your goals that you want to achieve, what happens? When you blurt it out to a monitoring spirit, that negative energy they are receiving it with, it is not going to work. Anything that you want to do and you say it to the enemy, it will not work. Some of these people carry jealous spirits within them. Some of these people carry demons within them. And when you're opening up to that person about where you are, what you're doing, what you're up to, you are opening up to the devil. They may not want to do anything to you, but the demon within them will push them to do something bad to you. Monitoring spirits, they fall under this category. They are either jealous of you, they are in sacred competition with you, but they want to swap your destiny. Most destiny swappers are monitoring spirits. They cannot swap your destiny without monitoring you, without keeping tabs on what you're up to. You need to be careful, lay low, move in silence, stay quiet. You see me, I lie to people who like to ask me questions that do not concern them. Anybody who is asking me questions about myself that does not concern that person, I lie to the person. I lie. Sonia, I love to lie to monitoring spirits. I'm not giving you any, I don't care if you call me a liar. If a monitoring spirit is calling me a liar because I told a lie to them about what I am up to, I am very excited and happy about it. I don't owe you the truth. Because the honest truth is, people want to know what is going on in your life just to gossip, just to
Mm-hmm.
talk, just to ruin it,
Exactly.
just to spoil it. Maybe you have a friend or you have someone and you don't know if they are a monitoring spirit. Tell them a lie, make up a story. Just
Yeah,
tell
you
them a
got a
story
lot
that
of
is not true.
people for real.
That's not
At this point, you got a lot of people. You really, yeah, you got a lot of people at this point. Let them think whatever they want to think, and if they ask you questions, lie to them. Tell them it's worse than what it really is.
about yourself. Tell them a story that is not true about yourself and watch. Put your ears in the ground. If you hear that story from another person, definitely you know that they are talking about you. When I stopped opening up to people, when I realized that people are only digging up information to gossip. I stopped opening up about myself to people when I realized that people are only digging up information about you to gossip. Because with monetary spirits, when things are going well, they are quiet. But the minute they see something going bad, that's when they are sending you text messages, calling you, oh, are you okay? Are you this? Are you that? Because they want to know how bad it gets. It's because
Exactly. Yeah. Pay attention to people that will hit you up after certain things. Pay attention to that for real, because they want to see, oh, what you going through, what you experiencing, because they want to see if you're experiencing what they are experiencing. Like, I don't share the same central nervous system. I don't share the same path as you. So whatever that you're doing, you gonna get yours, good or bad. I'm gonna get mine's, good or bad. But some people will try to monitor you for that. So pay attention to what you do to keep up your spiritual maintenance and the type of messages that you receive.
you're a threat. When I started moving in silence, my things started going well.
Exactly.
You need to cut off these people. You need to remove them. People will scroll through your social media, stalk you on social media. They will make sure not to like anything, but they will
Mm-hmm.
watch everything that you
Everything you
post.
post,
Monitoring
everything,
spirits.
and they will counteract everything you say, make a subliminal post. I'm telling you, it happens all the fucking time, more than you realize.
Cut them off. Anybody that is not supporting anything that you do and they're just watching, lurking on your page. Monetary spirits stay quiet when good things are happening to you, but they love to feed on the negativity. They love to feed on negative things which may not even be true about you. And they'll go to any extent to dig up information about you, especially when they don't have some kind of information. Because these people, they just want to know what you're up to. You're updating about what is happening in your life. Lie to these people and lie to them unapologetically. Me, I love lying to them. I love it.
Yep,
I enjoy
exactly.
it.
I
And I
be
don't
lying like a
care if they
motherfucker to
call me
people.
a liar.
Like,
I love it. You're not getting any information
I make sure their lies support whatever assumptions they have. Good, because the less you know, the better for me.
about me if I know you have bad
I'll
intentions
let you
towards
think
me.
whatever the fuck you
If I know
want.
you don't mean me well. If I know that you're gossiping about me and you're bringing me down behind my back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not updating you about anything that is going on in my life. I will lie to
Right.
you. And if you ask me any information, I will tell you lies.
Yep.
Because you're a monitoring spirit. And that is the mindset you need to have because monitoring spirits monitor to destroy. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long.
All right, you guys. So yeah, I've been on here long enough, but yeah, that was a good video right there. I'll put the links to the videos that I've seen. I'll put them in the description box and or in the comment section. So just look out for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. Like I said, use spontaneity, use gratitude, do something daring. You know what I'm saying? Do those things so that you can shift away from people. You can jump into desirable timelines that'll literally lead you right to where you need to be, right where you can claim your spiritual inheritance and be able to enjoy being that energy without them. Keep growing, keep healing, keep ascending without them. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, y'all, God love you guys, love me. Bye.